UFC Las Vegas. This is the weigh-in recap show, full card predictions, and the betting breakdown. Main event, Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili. Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn those post notifications on and make sure to share the video as well. Fight Companion, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the entire UFC Las Vegas card. Make sure to tune into that. Before we get into the predictions, weight miss, a disgusting weight miss that led to a fight cancellation. It's Ricardo Ramos who comes in 8 pounds over the limit. A joke, an absolute joke. Here's Ramos on the scale. Look at this pudgy motherfucker. He's fighting at 145 pounds and he comes in way overweight and he looks like dog shit, fat, way out of shape. Didn't train hard, it seemed like, and didn't cut the weight. I had Austin Lingo as a dog, and I knew he was going to break Ramos. And instead of showing up to the fight and facing his fate, Ramos shows up way off weight, didn't even try. I think should get released from the UFC after this appalling weight miss. It's a joke. He fought at bantamweight, and he's weighing as much as a lightweight fighting in a featherweight bout. Total joke. Obviously, fight canceled because he was way off. There's Austin Lingo, who was in shape. Austin Lingo was my dog of the week, so obviously I'm very upset that that fight's not happening. I knew I was going to cash on it, and I am 100% confident, more so now after seeing this weight miss, that Ramos was getting knocked out, and he was going to break. He's a very breakable fighter, and it was going to happen here. Lingo was going to beat his ass. Unfortunately, we don't get it. So yeah, it starts off with a little bit of rage for me because I'm very upset that I don't get this underdog bet, and it was going to be an underdog casher. Super confident dog, doesn't come through. Ramos misses weight, dodging the fight. He was going to get worked. He was going to get knocked out. And you look at this softy. This is shit. This is a joke. You didn't train. He was coming here to fight, get a paycheck, and lose. He bailed out. He got nervous when he saw Lingo. He said, I'm not doing this shit. Absolute joke. Ramos should be released from the UFC. Now let me calm myself down a little bit. Let's get to the predictions. First fight, Carlston Harris, Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon comes in way overweight. I'll give him a little bit of an excuse because he took this fight on days' notice, and his last fight was at 185 pounds. If you guys were watching the live stream yesterday, I called it. He's going to miss weight. And he did. He missed weight by more than I thought he would. He came in at 177. Carlston Harris at 169.5. Interesting predicament because of the size difference. The pick has been Harris to win, and I do think there's a real chance he gets a stoppage. We'll pull up the scales. Let me get the disgrace of Ramos out of my face. Absolute disgrace in Ramos, guys. I'm pissed off at that. But let's talk this fight. Let me get my mood better. Let's scroll all the way up to it. Way at the fucking top. And I'll actually shrink myself down a little bit more so we can get a full view of the fighters here. Let me pull the window up and we'll make it happen. Boom. All right. There we go. There is Jared Gordon. He's definitely depleted. He fought at 85. Obviously, he was a lot thicker. He had to cut a fuckload of weight for this fight. There's Carlston Harris, shredded, ready to go. And there we got a face-off. I'm going to still ride with Carlston Harris, regardless of what we saw on the scales. He's ready for this fight. I think that he's way better than Jared Gooden, stylistically, skill set-wise. I call Jared Gordon, like all the time by mistake. So my apologies if I did that multiple times. I think Carlston Harris gets him. I think he's probably going to stop him. I could see knockout or sub. I feel like on the feet, better punching from Harris. Jared Gooden, tough, but a little bit slow and plodding. He's taking the fight on short notice. He definitely drained himself to even get to 177. I'm going to say we're looking at a second or third round stoppage. I think that Gooden will potentially gas here. Weight miss, not a good look. But hey, short notice fight, what do you expect? Minus 300, Carlston Harris, Jared Gooden plus 250. It is a very wide tag, and you know what? Jared Gooden is a lot heavier. He came in like a thick boy here, so maybe there's like a little bit of concern. Is the weight a difference? I think that Carlston Harris is a lot better than Jared Gooden. As far as the knockout prop, Harris by KO plus 265. I do think he's got a good shot of getting a KO win. I'm going to ride with that. Knockout win. Carlston Harris to beat Jared Gooden, who came in way overweight, but gets a little bit of a pass because he was a short notice fighter. Not like Ramos, who I think is shamed forever now. Give him a dunce cap. Next fight on the card, Tyson Nam versus Bruno Silva. I'm actually really stoked for this matchup. I've been picking the side of Bruno Silva to win this fight. And I know it's not an easy matchup against Tyson Nam, who's a tremendous striker. I do think Bruno Silva can match him with his hands. And Nam is 39. At 125 pounds, 39 is extremely old. I'm going to pick Bruno Silva to win. I think he can get a knockout too. But we will look at the scales and talk about some things. We'll see if anything potentially shifts here. There is Bruno Silva looking shredded, ready to go. He's got that Ultimate Fighter tattoo. There's Tyson Nam. He looks lean as fuck. Holy shit. And then there's the face-off. Dude, Nam looks sucked out, though. I'm going to say Bruno Silva chins him in the second or third round. I'm feeling knockout here. I think Nam's too old. The weight cut's taking a lot out of him. The chin's not going to hold up. I think we're going to get a KO for Bruno Silva. I'm feeling pretty good about Bruno Silva getting this knockout win. Yeah, I like him by KO a lot here. As far as the odds, Silva, minus 175. The line has come down a little bit at some spots. Nam sitting at plus 172. I like the knockout prop for Bruno Silva. That is sitting at Bruno Silva via KO plus 400. That's a knockout prop I think worth the stab. It's over that plus 300 line, plus 400, near the Hail Mary territory, but I actually think it's going to happen. I think Nam's getting chinned in this fight. We're going Bruno Silva by knockout. Good fight. Good matchup. Fun matchup. I think we got a fun fight between these flyweights. Maybe the most exciting fight in the card. It's going to be good shit. Next fight, J.J. Aldrich versus Ariane Lipski. We might get a lull in action with this fight, even though the Queen of Violence is on one side. It's J.J. Aldrich, who's not a super effective finisher, but she's got a big advantage in the grappling. I've been calling ground and pound KO. I was like, listen, let me wait till the face-offs and see if things shift. The pick is going to be Aldrich. Nothing is going to change with the pick. The only thing that could potentially change would be a shift in what I believe the method of victory will be. There is Aldrich. There is her on the scale. There is Ariane Lipski. And then there is a face-off where Lipski looks pretty large. Listen, if you just look at the face-off, you'd think that Aldrich is getting fucked up. But Lipski got ground and pound TKO'd by Antonina Shevchenko. She took a loss on the ground. De La Rosa fucked her up, but De La Rosa better. Priscilla Cachoeira knocks her out in the last fight. I'm going to pick Lipski to win. Oh, but I don't like how she looks. I don't know how to describe it. She just looks like she could be fucked up here. I'm going to go J.J. Aldrich to win. If I said Lipski to win just now, completely ignore what I said. I don't know what the fuck. That was a pure brain fart. I'm going Aldrich for the win. Official prediction. Oh, ground and pound KO is what I call, but I think I'm flipping it to decision. I think I'm going to flip it to decision. But still the same winner. Minus 310 for Aldrich. She should be able to win by neutralizing the skills of Lipski, which are striking, and you think Aldrich takes her down? Probably, right? That's where I'm at. I got Aldrich winning the fight. We'll say Aldrich gets it done. I don't really like the prop side. Maybe you put Aldrich towards a parlay. I liked knockout earlier in the week, but I don't know. I'm not loving it right now. Plus 350 for knockout. Aldrich by decision is plus 100. So if you have to go value, you go plus 350 KO. But there's more knockout props, sub props, whatever the fuck, that I like a lot more than putting it on J.J. Aldrich. I think she wins the fight, but I don't want to bet the prop. So we're going J.J. Aldrich to win. Minus 310 would be a money line play, but it's women's MMA. So if you're betting against me and you're going dog side, I'm not knocking you in the slightest because shit's weird with women's MMA. Let's keep running. Next fight on the card, it's Tony Gravely versus Victor Henry. Listen, I'm still riding with the Victor Henry train. I've been picking him all week long. I think he's better than Tony Gravely with his technical striking. Gravely does have some wrestling, but he's not a wrestling phenom. He's not a monster with his top control. Is he going to be able to just pound out a Victor Henry? I don't see it. Is he going to really be able to outstrike him? Maybe he could land a big punch, but I don't question Victor Henry's chin at this point. I'm picking Victor Henry to win the fight. Decision. Hard-fought decision, competitive fight, but one that he should win. As far as the scales, let's check these bad boys out. There is Tony Gravely, who's looking pretty confident on the scale. He's got a nice smile on his face. Victor Henry looks like a fucking rock star. And for whatever reason, the UFC's slacking, or I guess not the UFC, but MMA Junkie was slacking with the face-off. But here it is. It's down a couple. See a little bit of size towards the Henry side. I like Henry's chances. I got him winning the fight. Victor Henry by a decision, I feel very good about. I think there's a real good chance that's how the fight goes. Competitive, but Henry should get it done. As far as the odds, Henry's a slight favorite, around minus 140. Gravely, I like plus 130. Victor Henry. I'll pick him to win. Henry to win by decision. The prop is sitting at plus 205. Henry by decision. Something to note. I'm picking Victor Henry. I think he gets it done. But yeah, I don't really love the betting side of betting Victor Henry. I don't know. It's not my favorite. It's close money. I like the over here, actually. Where's the over at? What's the over sitting at? Over 2.5 rounds is minus 165. I think you got a good shot. This fight's going long. I like over. I like Victor Henry. And I'll pick him to win. Let's keep running up the card. Next fight on the card, it's Sedriques Dumas versus Josh Fremd. The pick has been Sedriques Dumas all week. I think he should be able to beat Josh Fremd with his athleticism, his power, and that Fremd's pretty fucking hittable down the center line. He's not super quick. The reflexes aren't great. He's a tough fighter, but I think he loses to Dumas here, potentially by sub. I know there's some word of Dumas supposedly like beating this girl like a couple weeks ago, and she's supposed to show up to the event or something like that, have posters. I don't fucking know if that's true or not, but that's what's on the web. You can't believe anything, you see on the internet. You can't believe all of it, at least. But something to know. There's some speculation that he has some type of like domestic violence coming up. That don't fucking matter. As far as the fight goes, I'm picking Dumas to get it done here. As far as the scales, let's see how Sedriques looks for his octagon debut. We got the Josh Fremd train right here. Fucking stay still, MMA junkie. Josh Fremd, Sedriques Dumas, and there's a face-off. Dumas looks short, man. Dumas does look pretty short next to Fremd. What's the height difference between these two? On paper, I don't think it was as much, but Dumas does look small here. Dumas minus 220. Josh Fremd plus 180. 6'2 to 6'4. That looks like fucking 6 foot. Josh Fremd is giving me a weird vibe, man. I don't know how to describe this. I lost an underdog on this card. So am I slightly thinking, do we dog hunt on Fremd? I don't like how Dumas looks. The pick is Dumas, but like something's just itching me towards a dog attack on Josh Fremd, man. Might also help that the fucking, supposed allegations of Dumas hitting some girl. So maybe karma is going to be a bitch in this fight and Fremd fucks him up. He might be the white knight. I can't officially flip the pick, but something's telling me stay off the Dumas bet. And if you're going to bet, you go dog side. I feel this weird feeling in my stomach right now as I'm talking about this fight. We lost a big underdog in Austin Lingo, who I was very confident in. I'm not saying I'm dog hunting with this one, but Josh Fremd does have a lot of experience. I think even though I'm against the side of Fremd, I might end up going a slight dog attack, maybe sub. I know my guy Mike Finch was talking about he wants to play sub on Fremd. The line is plus 1,200. I mean, sometimes you got to just do random bets and wild shit. Plus 1,200 Hail Mary doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm like really losing confidence in Dumas by the second, which, it's nothing on paper per se. It's pure intuition. I just have a very bad feeling after seeing the face-off that Josh Fremd might be able to pull some shit out of his ass here. I'll stick with Sedriques Dumas as the official pick, but I think the Josh Fremd sub, if you're going to touch the money line, I wouldn't blame you. Dumas is iffy, man. Yeah, Josh Fremd is a live underdog here, I think. A very live underdog. Good underdog. Sedriques Dumas is like getting 51% of my confidence to 49, whereas earlier in the week it was way higher. The face-off scares me. Dumas, there's something with the vibe with Dumas. Something's throwing me. I think he might be in trouble here. Karma's a bitch, man. I'm a little bit superstitious, so let's keep running up to the next fight. Raphael, Assunção, and Davey Grant. I've been picking the side of Davey Grant. Dangerous Davey Grant. He is a dangerous striker. He's fighting a 40-year-old man. He should fuck him up. Now, I'm not trying to shit on Assunção. He's a legend of the game. A lot of experience. Let's look at Assunção, who I believe is up here. No, he's not. Wrong guy. He's down more. Where's Assunção? Assunção, come to me, you motherfucker. There's Davey Grant. Looking good, ready to rock. Davey Grant's in great shape. He looks tremendous. There's Assunção. You know what? He looks tremendous at 40. And then there's the face-off. I think it's a real competitive fight. I'm going to pick Davey Grant to steal a competitive decision. He's still a little faster, a little bit better with the hands. He gets Assunção in this one. I'm picking Davey Grant to win this thing. As far as the odds, Davey Grant minus 132. Assunção plus 122. Yeah, I'm going Davey Grant slightly. Grant to win by a decision is plus 260. I don't really love the Grant bet, but I do think he can pull this one off. I think we're going longer, over 2.5, around minus 165. I'll take Davey Grant on the cards to beat Assunção. I got Davey Grant winning the fight. The Davey Grant side, I believe, is the right side in this matchup. Let's keep running up the card. Next matchup. Holy shit, we've already arrived at the featured prelim of the night. Łukasz Brzeski versus Karl Williams. Earlier throughout the week, I have been picking the side of Karl Williams. I think he's quicker and the better wrestler of the two. As far as the scales, I do think there's a chance. You know, the scales can shuffle some shit here. There's Brzeski. Looks chubby. If he came in shredded, maybe my opinion would change. He looks like a fat fuck. Williams looks ready to go. There's the face-off. Listen, I think Williams going to have the speed edge. He's going to be physically stronger. Light heavyweights do well at heavyweight, man. And Brzeski is a, kind of quick heavyweight, you could say. But compared to light heavyweights, he's still slow. And I think he's going to get worked by Williams. So we're going to ride with Karl Williams. Unanimous decision. I'm pretty confident he pulls this thing off and beats Brzeski. I think the wrestling will be too much. And his boxing's not bad. He's got solid straight punches. He's pretty quick on his feet. I like the style. I like Karl Williams to win it on the cards. We'll pick him by unanimous decision. As far as the odds, Williams minus 220. Brzeski plus 210. I'm going that Karl Williams side. Williams to win by a decision is plus 190. I think he's a good potential money line play, though. Especially more like towards a parlay. Yeah. Karl Williams. He gets it done. I'm feeling him here. Let's jump to the main card. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Main card, Vitor Petrino versus Anton Turkalj. I'm very excited for this fight. I'm excited for Petrino to come through and I think wreak some havoc here. I've been picking him all week. We will pull up the scales and we'll see. Does anything shift? Does anything change? We shall find out. There is Anton Turkalj. There is Vitor Petrino. He looks jacked. Like USADA might be testing him, 3 times a month type jacked. Holy shit. And then there's the face-off. Actually, Turkalj, faked a handshake and did, the gotcha, you know what I'm saying? I'm too slick for you, bro. And Petrino's like, all right, let's get it. I think Petrino's KOing him. Yeah, Petrino's going to bully him. I don't see this as a competitive fight. There might be competitive moments, but Petrino's knocking this bum out. All right, not that Turkalj is a bum. I don't want to diss him. But he's knocking Turkalj unconscious. Petrino's close money. He's a dog right now, plus 102. This is now the dog to fucking bet. This was a value bet at minus 110. It's now dog money. Give me the plus 102. Give me the KO prop. Petrino is sleeping Turkalj. KO for Petrino, upwards of plus 188, but as low as plus 140. I like Petrino by knockout. Yeah, I'm feeling this fight. I'm feeling him getting a KO. We're going Vitor Petrino to sleep the pleasure man, Anton Turkalj. And get that career started. He looks like Vitor Belfort type jacked. There's potential with him. Bright future, I think. Oh, this next one's really good. Mario Bautista and Guido Cannetti. Of course, we're picking Mario Bautista. Guido Cannetti's 43 at 135. There's some old, lighter fighters here. We got 39-year-old, 40-year-old, 43-year-old. At the 135 or below, that might as well be 50 at heavyweight, 55 even. I think Mario Bautista should beat him up. This shouldn't be a competitive fight. The scales, I don't think, are a serious determining factor for this matchup here, but I do want to check them out. We kind of saw a glimpse of it with some of the other fights because they're misplaced by MMA Junkie. Let's go all the way fucking up. There's the face-off. We'll give you the face-off right away. Look at the size difference. Mario Bautista looks shredded, jacked, and ready to go. Look at the freaky biceps. And then there's his opponent, Guido Cannetti, who, you know what? At 43, Guido Cannetti looks really good. I got to give respect where it's due. Guido Cannetti is in great shape at 43. He looks awesome. Even his face doesn't look that old. Not super experienced as a pro fighter. A little bit later in the game. Less damage. Mario Bautista works him. He's the prospect. He's the one on the come up. And I think he strangles him. I'm going to go submission win Mario Bautista in this fight. Feeling pretty good about him getting it done. And the bookies are on all of our cases already because he's minus 950. There's no fucking bet. You're not betting minus 950 Bautista. Can you imagine Cannetti knocks him out plus 700? It'd be crazy. I don't think it's happening. Bautista to win by submission, minus 107. Bautista by knockout, plus 255. What's Bautista by a decision? If Cannetti makes it all three, plus 450? Hey, Cannetti might be able to survive. What was Cannetti's recent losses, right? Submission to Vera is not too bad. Batagral killed him, and then Mana split. Mario Bautista's not the best fighter we've ever seen in the UFC. He's a decent prospect, and he's 29. He should get a finish, though. But hey, there is plus 450. Over a round and a half, I think is actually kind of likely. Plus 160. I think there's a real chance that over a round and a half might be a sneaky play at plus money. I'm going to pick Mario Bautista. I'm going to pick submission. But I think Cannetti might be able to last a little bit. He might be able to go some rounds. Won't be dead in the first minute. I don't think he gets killed that quick. But we're going Bautista, obviously, to get the win. Let's get to the next matchup, with is Said Nurmagomedov versus Jonathan Martinez. So the pick all week is Jonathan Martinez. He's now turned into the dog of the week. I'm pissed that he has to be the one because Austin Lingo was, I think, the lock dog of the week. I knew he was going to win that fight. Now I'm with Jonathan Martinez, who I know is in a fucking dogfight with a tremendous fighter in Said Nurmagomedov. I don't like this dog pick as much, but I'm picking Jonathan Martinez. I do think he gets a competitive decision win, but it's a really, really hard fight. There's a tall task at hand. This isn't a breakable guy in Said Nurmagomedov. He's not a Ramos. He's not a mismarked favorite. He's a guy that is the OV at the end of his name. He's a straight killer. He's got phenomenal skills, and I respect him a lot. But I think Jonathan Martinez is more dangerous striking, and I don't see him getting bullied on the floor. I'm picking Jonathan Martinez to pull this thing out. But I understand this ain't, some safe play. This is a fight. This is a really difficult fight. Jonathan Martinez is going to be pushed maybe like he never has before. There's Jonathan Martinez. He looks like he just smoked the joint before he got on the scales. There's Said Nurmagomedov. And there's the face-off. I don't love Jonathan Martinez's fucking look in his eyes. Nerve-wracking. How upsetting is this, man? We gotta ride it on Jonathan Martinez as the dog of the week. And because Lingo doesn't get his chance, if Martinez ends up shitting the bed, I'm going to look like an asshole. It is what it is. I'm going to still ride with Jonathan Martinez, but I'll tell you straight up, I don't love the body language here. And Said Nurmagomedov in his face like this, I think he's got a real chance to beat him. I don't know. I don't like this one. I really don't like this one at all. I don't like the eyes. I watched the video of the face-off before this, and I said, fuck, I hate the body language for Jonathan Martinez right now. Oh, my God. I think I might have to flip the pick. I think I'm going Said Nurmagomedov. Fuck this. I'm doing it. I'm going Said Nurmagomedov, guys. I have to go on this one. I have to go body language. I'm like flipping around on a couple of these things, which normally doesn't happen. I'm telling you, this card is weird already. I've been picking Jonathan Martinez to win. I don't like how he looked on the scale. I don't like the look in his eyes. I don't like the way he kind of got fucked up at face-offs, looking down at you like that. He got bitched. He got played. The body language is concerning, man. When fighters look like that, it's hard for me to back it. I did not touch the line yet because I was like, I got to wait till these face-offs. I got to see. And I'm picking Said Nurmagomedov. I'm flipping the pick, guys. I'm apologizing to the people that are like, yo, Jonathan Martinez, dog side, let's go. Live underdog, yes. But I think Said Nurmagomedov gets him, man. Still going to go competitive decision. I'm sorry that I'm flipping it, but you know what? Fuck that. I'm not sorry. I'm going to be right. I have a feeling inside, and I can't fucking pass it, man. The other fights, it was like an iffy feeling, like with Dumas and Fremd. This one, it's almost like I feel like it's an absolute. I'm just looking at the winner. Said Nurmagomedov, minus 210. Totally flipping the side. I'm going with him now. I'm going the other way. Jonathan Martinez, plus 205. I just don't have a good feeling about this one anymore. Lost the Lingo fight. I don't know. This is something. Nurmagomedov to win by a decision. Official pick. Plus 190. We're going Nurmagomedov now. Listen, I'm fighting with myself. Me on Sunday, when I did the first breakdown, and me on Friday are fucking fighting each other. Who you guys going to side with? We'll see on fight night. We're going Said Nurmagomedov. Official final prediction for this card. Fucking hell. Shifting things. And I kept myself small, man. I kept myself shrunken down for a little too long. My apologies. Let's jump to the featured bout of the night. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Superman Spann. I like this matchup, and I'm picking Nikita Krylov. Watching the face-offs, I actually got more confidence in the side of Nikita Krylov. Let's look at him here. Of course, I got to look at Lingo and Ramos again. I got to get this anger. Fucking fat ass. There's Ryan Spann. Looks jacked, ready to go. Pretty intense. Sunglasses on. Krylov looks in great shape. He looks good. He doesn't look like he's ill. Krylov looks like the bigger guy of the two. Ryan Spann didn't want to make that eye contact. Listen, Krylov's too consistent for him. Krylov's going to beat him. I'm picking Nikita Krylov to win by submission. And after seeing this face-off, I think I'm more confident in Nikita Krylov than I've been all week. I'm going Nikita Krylov to win. Minus 165. Ryan Spann, plus 148. Yeah, we're going with Nikita Krylov to win. Krylov to win by a submission. Official prediction, plus 315. We're going Nikita Krylov. Submission, plus 315. Not a bad money line play either. I'm real confident Krylov wins this thing. Live underdog Spann. I think he's live in the first 3 minutes. But if he doesn't get Krylov out of there, which he's not going to, he's going to lose the fight. Nikita Krylov for the win. Co-main event of the evening. Alexander Volkov versus Alexander Romanov. I've been very high on Alexander Romanov all week long. Cardio issues have kind of plagued Romanov, it seems like, in a couple matchups, especially against Tybura. He's now fighting a big Volkov. What's interesting is he came in fat as fuck. He got shredded for his last fight. He was 30 pounds lighter, I believe. And now he looks like fat boy Romanov again. Is this a ploy, though? Because he knows on top he wants that weight. In this matchup, I actually think it might be a good idea. He looks humongous. And then there's Volkov. Big, tall heavyweight. Big height difference. Romanov looks soft and pudgy as fuck. I'm picking Romanov to win. There's going to be no flip of the pick on this matchup. I actually got to shrink myself a little bit so you guys can see. Romanov there looks soft as fuck, though. I'm taking him still. I'm still riding Romanov. I think he's going to win by submission. I actually think the fat here might be a benefit. Certain other matchups where guys might be able to fend off more of those takedowns and are a little quicker, he could struggle because of this, excess body fat. But in this fight here, if he gets on top, he's planting on you like a fucking anchor and you can't move. I'm picking Romanov to win and I'm taking him by submission. And I think it's going to be a first round finish. Romanov minus 141. Volkov plus 135. Romanov to win by sub. Let's see. Plus 275. What's Romanov in round one? Plus 210, plus 299. I don't like that. And ground and pound KO. Let's say that happened. It is plus 360. But sub's more likely. I think Romanov's getting his hand raised. Money line minus 145. If you're watching this fight live and Volkov survives the first 7.5, 8 minutes, I'll be shitting my pants and maybe live betting the Volkov side. Romanov should finish this fight in a round and a half or less. And I'm going to say that he does. I like Romanov to win. I'm going to say submission. I called him the lock of the week. I'm still riding with it, but I don't like that he came in so fat. He looks fat as fuck. I still think he wins the fight. I still think grappling advantage is huge, and I'm picking him. We're riding the side. I already bet Romanov hard as a live favorite lock. I'm sticking with that side. Did I lose confidence in him, seeing him fatter? Not a ton, but there's a little jolt inside me that I felt. But I still think he pulls this thing off. We're going Romanov to win. And let's keep running. And let's jump to our main event. Main event of the evening for UFC Las Vegas. Petr Yan, Merab Dvalishvili. I'm picking Petr Yan to win. I've been picking him all week. Listen, the face-off, holy shit, these guys got intense. Yan and him have been having some back-and-forth beef. I don't like what Merab said, saying this is personal because what Russia's doing. Blaming Petr Yan for what the Russian government's doing, I personally don't like at all. You can't blame Yan for that. He's a fucking one guy. He's a guy that fights MMA. He's in the UFC. He's not a politician. So, yeah, very weird of Merab to say that. I guess I get what he's saying in a sense that he's trying to take down the Russians, at least, in this type of matchup where it, looks good. I beat the Russian champ. But, no, Petr Yan is a former world champion. And I think that he's still right there. I mean, he's 30. He's younger than Merab. He's more well-rounded than Merab. He's better than Merab. He's going to knock Merab out in the 3rd or 4th round. I think Merab's going to try to chain wrestle all night. It's not going to work. And Jan is going to get after him, touch him up, hurt him. Watch out for body kicks might even be there. I know Merab's going to be catching those legs, but I can see the speed of Jan sliding him through. I think Jan's hands will be too quick. If Merab holds him against the cage for 5 rounds, I swear on the live stream when you guys, I'm walking out the fucking room. Petr Yan's knocking him out. Jan to win by KO. As far as the scales, and let me shrink myself down so we get a good look. There is Merab. He's got the Georgian tattoo. Looks shredded, ready to go. Got the hat on too. Kind of looks like a rock star. Kind of Habib-esh, but it's darker, so it looks like it's his actual hair. Petr Yan looks just pretty shredded. He knows he needs a win here. He looks in great shape. Kind of weird face-off between these two. Then they faced off for a second, and then, yeah, look at this. They got the picture of it. Jan got that throat. He grabbed the throat and shoved him. I like that by Jan. It was a balls move. It was like, you're going to talk shit? All right, let's get it. And then, dude, there was heat after Merab, after try to get away from the security and, run after Jan. Good moment. I like this back and forth. I'm picking Petr Yan to win. I think he's taking Merab out. I think he's honestly maybe working on getting in Merab's head, bullying him a little bit, playing the mean guy, playing the villain. That's Jan's role. He's the villain. And he's going to get the win here. Knockout. Petr Yan. Minus 250 for Jan. Merab plus 220. I feel great about Jan winning this fight, guys. I actually feel more confident after seeing the face-off. This is an extremely confident pick now. Jan to win. I don't like the method of victory props. I like moneyline better. But I will note, knockout win for Petr Yan plus 260. Something worth mentioning. I am going to call KO as the official method of victory between these two savages as they face off. Guys, before I send you all off, I do want to talk about some parlays. We'll see how we can mix and match some things up. I'm obviously, you guys can tell I'm heated a little bit because we lost a fight that to me meant everything. This Austin Lingo and Ramos fight, god damn it. Why did it have to happen? Because Ramos knew he was going to lose. He didn't barely train. He looked like shit. And that's why I picked against him, because he breaks. It's proven. We've seen it before and it was going to happen here. The bookies got saved by him missing that fucking weight. They got lucky because he was coming to lose. He was getting taken out. Now we're in a rough spot because we don't have the dog money to really attack. And then Jonathan Martinez, Said. I hate the body language of Jonathan. So I go Said now. Things are fucking flipping all over the place, man. This card's already a fucking wild man mess. But I have to stay grounded and give you guys something that I think can come through. I want to make something happen, and I'm going to go based on what I'm seeing and how I'm feeling. We're going to put Bruno Silva on the slate. I think he can pull this one out. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to add in Nurmagomedov, who I was against before the weigh-ins. And for value, I'm going to add Petrino, plus 368. Three-fighter play right here. I think we can work well with this thing. You don't want Bruno in it? I'll remove him. You don't want Petrino in it? I'll remove him. I don't think some of you guys are going to love Said in it, so I'll take him out too. Nikita Krylov, Petr Yan, plus 125. You go Romanov, plus 280. Big three. That's balls, and they're all favorites, but I think it happens this week. Let's remove some. Let's clean the slate out a little bit more. Let's make something happen here. I want to get dog money, and I'm going to add in Josh Fremd to this because you know what? Shit's going as wild as it is. Why not? Josh Fremd, playing him with Carl Williams, plus 322. Sneaky play. You know, I know Josh Fremd's not the official pick, but I don't love the body language from Dumas. I don't know. Something's off with him. Better side would be attack the dog in that. It's like the dog or pass. The pick is still Dumas, but I think that Fremd could come through as a dog. And for a value bet type of play, you want some dog money, Fremd could be a guy to add in. You know, kind of think keeping Davey Grant out would be smart because you don't want to throw it all on him. Aldrich, she could definitely fumble. I don't know. I don't like her body language at the face-offs a ton, but I do think she should win the fight. She has to win the fight. She has to win this fight. Aldrich, Silva, Williams, plus 202. And now I want to make the one that I like the most. I'm just gonna ride with what I really feel like I like more than anything. I think Carl Williams has a really good chance of winning. I like how he looked. I obviously like how Said looked on the scale. These two plus 114. I think there's a good chance this comes through. I also feel like not just adding value, but going with someone who wins. A good winner, a consistent fighter is Krylov. These three, Williams, Saeed, Krylov. I think there's a good chance that happens. I really do. I really do. The parlays are interesting this week, man, but I still think there's some cash to be made. I really think there's some big upside. Yeah, I'm feeling solid about this thing, man. This is a fun card. I'm looking through all these matchups. We're going to be in for a wild ride, but I think we can cash big. Now, I'm going to finish it out with the fucking wild man parlay. Let's go Krylov, Romanov, Jan, Carl Williams, plus 453. Not as wild as I'd like. Let's remove some of these, actually. I want to take Jan out. I want to keep Krylov in. I want to take Romanov out. Krylov and Petrino, two big boys that I think I can trust. Plus 224 right here. This is a good one as well. Saeed Nurmagomedov going to OV. I'm flipping to the OV. I guess the universe is just going to force me to flip to the OV. I always pick the OV, and I'm picking it again here. Plus 378. Yeah, I like this thing. You know, if you are at a book that allows some like actual method of victory props, I feel like we could fucking pull something crazy out. All right. Nurmagomedov to win by a decision. Where is that at? Nurmagomedov by decision is plus 160, right? Let's go with Nurmagomedov by decision. Let's add in money line on the side. I think we got to go smart here. I'm not going to be stupid. Let's go money line Carl Williams, plus 278. Vitor Petrino money line, plus 102. But if we went Petrino by KO? Petrino to win by knockout, plus 190. So if you got Petrino by knockout, Nurmagomedov by decision, and Carl Williams money line, minus 220, I think this thing could come through. Even if you remove Williams, you still got huge plus money. That's a dynamite play. Krylov money line, plus 1,111. And let's just fucking, for the fun of it, let's add in Williams, plus 1,661. Maybe this is the sniper of the week. Guys, it's a crazy-ass week. The card's had some shifts and changes. Carlston Harris is somebody you could add into something. I'll just add him into this one just to show you could. But, you know, his opponent's a lot heavier. Carlston Harris should still win. He could still be a parlay piece. I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Didn't go as I expected, to be 100% honest. Like, when I see these scales, shit shifts in my mind. Shit changes, and I have to go with how I feel after seeing these fighters face off. So sometimes the picks do change. Definitely let me know your guys' favorite picks in the comments. How pissed are you guys about Austin Lingo and Ricardo Ramos fight being called off? I'm pissed that Ramos came in so fucking fat. Pisses me off. It is what it is. That's the fight game. Much love, people. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a W in the chat. Live stream for the entire UFC Las Vegas card, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Also note, maybe if you're watching on Friday, I'll be live for the Bellator main card. So come join me for that. I might be live right now, depending when you're watching this. Thank you all for tuning in. Drop a W in the comments if you got nothing to say. And I appreciate everyone for the continued support. I will see you all in the next one. Peace, guys.